one of the things that I want to be able to communicate to you is this. For 32 years, I have been working with young people. I, in fact, retired from Alabama before I came to Bristol. My qualifications to hold this job involve a number of areas. We're building a school. I've already built 3. I want to go see it's a matter of record so I understand the construction process. I've gone through 1.1 million square feet of instructional renovation. So I understand that. Workforce development in the scores report show that if we're going to break the cycle of poverty, you're going to want to move in a direction that gives kids opportunity so that they have job choices and create an environment where we're able to attract industry and other investments in the community. I've also had that record, and people can look at that record, the number of companies that have come, all right, the growth that we've had in career technical programs, and the difference that it's made. I could show you a video where the chairman of the county commission in Alabama actually attributed the growth to what we were doing in career technical education. In terms of opportunities here, in 4 months, we're already on the cusp of putting in place an early college program for our students. Not in one institution, but at 2. It'll be a first in Northeast Tennessee, where students like the young lady that spoke will have an opportunity in the 11th grade to start taking college classes. And those classes will lead to an associate's degree, not a certification. And that will be something that only a handful of locations in the state. In terms of trying to address the issue of trust and qualification, for the last 7.5, going on 8 years, we have seen growth, we've seen downturns, I've seen a number of different issues to work through. I've had to deal with controversy, I've had to deal with good times. I am experienced. And I like the fact that somebody pointed out that survey, because some of the data in that survey also included a desire to have an emphasis on creating a workforce that invests in the community. And so that was a theme. A couple of people said, what have I invested myself? Okay. I have gone through a national superintendent certification process that only a relative small number have completed. That was a 2-year process that, you can say, well, it wasn't from a regionally accredited institution, so it shouldn't count. But yet those experiences empowers me to have those relationships to bring to bear resources that help the school systems that I'm working in. And I realize that some of you may shrug it off and not say anything, and I may fall on deaf ears. Some of you may genuinely listen and care about it. But the results are the results that I've been able to get there, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to come here and apply here, to be here. It's because I believe this community is ripe for an opportunity for expansion and growth. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm not trying to purposely mislead. Somebody asked me the other day, why wasn't the educational doctorate on the resume? I said, because I don't have an educational doctorate. I answered the questions, you've already heard it. But I also have 2 separate pursuits in my life, okay? Just like I'm sure some of you like baseball and maybe basketball. You have 2 separate pursuits. The work that I went through, you can say it's not valued, and you're right, it's not valued, okay? It's not valued. My ability to grade a coin or put on a show or offer instruction on numismatics has no bearing on my ability to be superintendent or director of schools. Has no bearing whatsoever. It doesn't, okay? But the experiences that I've accumulated in 32 years in moving a district in pretty rapid growth, that does. Those experiences in National Superintendent Certification and the Institute of Superintendents, those experiences do matter. And those are the ones that I qualified most under. Do I have an advanced degree? Yes, I have an educational specialist degree from the University of South Alabama, and I'm sure that that has been corroborated. But the reality is, I have a certain skill set that I hope is the right fit here. But I also understand that when people feel like they've been purposely misled, it takes time to earn it back if you can. All I can tell you is that I want to roll up my sleeves and work with you to continue to move the district forward. I've made over 100 classroom visits from the time I've been here. And in doing so, I've learned a lot about the character of the teachers in this district. You talk about having a voice. The last 4 directors, how many of them had a teacher advisory council? How many of them involved teachers in the creation of documents? And you can shred that off, but that's the experience piece that I bring. CJ, you spoke eloquently and you volunteered to be on a committee because teachers were concerned about the qualifications of the people that are cleaning our buildings. I gave teachers a voice. I gave you power and said, let's find a way to resolve that. That's because I've gone through those experiences and prepared. I've met with student senators. I've reacted to. The student senators wanted a question about biodegradable plates and compostable plates because we want to talk about saving the environment. We made that happen. We had that conversation. And when it came time to roll out a conversation about early college, those students heard it first. And when there was a petition, I didn't just shrug it off. I sat down with them and Mr. Cuddy in front of 200 of them. That is leadership, ladies and gentlemen. That's experience. Now, you may like it or dislike it. I can't control that. All I can tell you is that I have a heart for kids, and I have a heart for the work, and I think I have the right experiences to prepare the district. And so I'm not going to talk anymore about the numismatic. It isn't relevant to what I'm doing here. If you want to talk to me about my ability to be superintendent or director of schools, I'll be more than happy to show you those qualifications. More than happy.
Our